and welcome to another episode of The Positive Side of the Bad Stuff. I'm Leslie Pogue, your host, and today's influential and significant hot topic is the weather. The East Coast is being pummeled by blizzards and storms and floods, and it's unfortunate that in Marshfield, Massachusetts, the seawall that protects some of these homes has collapsed, and now flooding has come in and destroyed a lot of the homes that are seaside. You're getting a lot of snow in New York and just all over the East Coast. Boston is getting just blanketed with snow, and it got me thinking about how well prepared we are for life's emergencies. The obvious emergencies, and we're taught all the time to have an emergency kit in case of natural disasters. I know here in California we have our earthquake kit, and we should have food set aside and emergency supplies. But what about our mental health, our mental emergencies, the emergencies that just happen as we go through life? We hit bumps and roads and speed bumps, as it were, throughout our journey. And I want the significance of this storm to really plant a seed in everybody today. And I want you to pack an emergency kit. You should definitely pack it in your car for roadside emergencies. You should definitely pack it for your home and your evacuation for in case you're stuck in your home for a natural disaster. But I also want you to set aside an emergency kit for your personal, professional, financial, and spiritual health. These are the 4 pillars that I talk about frequently, and I want our influential and significant moment today to be a wake-up call of sorts to really go out and get supplies. Get those things that make you feel good. Get the joy back. Get those pieces. Think about your career. Where is it going? Is it working? Is it not? Are there things you can change at work? Do you want to change jobs? Do you want to grow in the job you're in? What's really going on? And now is the time. The beginning of the year, everybody's made plans and they started making their resolutions and their goals to set forth. What a great time to start here. Start today to plan, set aside, and get equipped for the emergencies throughout your life. Set aside that 10% financially or more if you can. Get that spiritual health and take the time. Take that 2 minutes before you get out of bed every day to just pause and either say thank you or even just sit in silence, because you may not get a moment of silence for the rest of your day. Prepare for the emergencies of life and you'll be ready. So that's your influential and significant. Again, please tweet me and let me know of any topic you might want me to cover. I look forward to reaching out to you and communicating with you, so always reach out to me, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Do you sometimes feel dazed and confused? Yeah, well, me too. As a matter of fact, 40 million Americans often feel dazed and confused as a result of anxiety. Anxiety is one of the most prevalent of mental illnesses, and it really stems from, that's right, you guessed it, stress. The most obvious. It's almost as if everything stems from stress. If you can trace everything back, it's like, what is the root cause of that? It's stress. Well, how come you're not spending time, quality time, and why are you wasting so much time? Well, trace your steps, stress. Why aren't you organized? Why aren't things operating the way they're supposed to? Why is everything just kind of going all over the place? Yeah, that's right, stress. Stress seems to be at the bottom of a lot of end results for us. And stress does show up physically in our day-to-day life, even though it is a mental illness. So what do we do? Well, I've mentioned several things throughout my time as a speaker. I'm sure you all have bought books and taken classes on yoga and meditation and Reiki and all these wonderful techniques. But here's the truth that no one's gonna tell you about how to get rid of stress. You ready? Here it comes. Okay. You gotta be willing to get rid of it. I know, right? So often, especially people who are used to and operate effectively in an environment of chaos, want to keep it around. And while they say, I want a drama-free life. That's one of my favorite comments, is drama-free. It cracks me up when people say drama-free because life is drama, but I digress. In order to eliminate stress, you have to first want to. You have to want to not be right all the time. You have to want to not worry about the little things. You have to plan, but not just plan. You have to, I know, stick to it. We all face that. And here we are at the beginning of the year, and what have we done? We've planned some more. We've made resolutions or goals or plans. This is the first year I have seen so many meetings about how to do a vision board. Clearly, vision boarding has made a miraculous comeback because I've been doing vision boarding for years, but I have never seen it pop up in so many different places all at one time. The beginning of this year was just vision board, vision board, vision board, and oh my goodness. Yes, those are great, but do you want the stress and the anxiety to go away? Now, I can see you. I can see you from here and you're all going, yes, I do. Well, do you? Really? Okay. Well, let's say that you do. If you do, then there are steps and measures that you have to take. You have to understand what's really going on right now. So you want to formulate a plan based on your current reality. So look around, look at your personal, professional, financial, and spiritual space. Look at where you are today. And look at where you want to be in, I don't know, a week, a month, a year. It depends. It's up to you on how large of a span you want to grow it. But don't add pressure to yourself. Don't give yourself all these goals. If really to get rid of stress you want to start right now, just stop and simply spend the next 7 days saying, this, where I am today, is okay, and this is temporary. That's all you have to say for the next 7 days. And pay attention to what happens in your body as you go through your day in that. Whether things are already good, whether things need to be improved, whether you are ready to pull your hair out. Spend the next 7 days just saying, where I am is okay, and this is temporary. That doesn't mean that you're settling for your circumstances. It's really setting a baseline, just a baseline of emotion to get you even in a place to just face it. Have you ever been in the middle of an argument and you're just so mad that you think your head is literally going to pop off your body? That is not the time to try and have a rational conversation. Well, the same is true for your life. When you're feeling dazed and confused, don't make plans in that mental state, because guess what? your plans are gonna be kind of dazed and confused. They're not gonna make any sense. They're gonna be all over the place, and it's gonna feel like you approached something, and it's going to feel like you attacked the situation because you took action, like every book, every podcast, every TV show will tell you to do. You took action. You're ready to go. Yes, well, you took action while you were still dazed and confused. I bet that if you follow that train of thought down the path a little while, you will start to realize that, I'm still not getting anywhere. Why? Because you planned it when you were not in a solid state of mind. So start there.
28 Days to Happy is a daily guide to walk you through acknowledging and accepting the truth about what's really going on in your world, to forgive yourself and others for the wrongs you feel have been done to you, and ultimately to identify and celebrate the happiness that is always there no matter what comes your way. The positive side of the bad stuff is a handy companion when you need a pick-me-up. It's a collection of blogs that speak primarily to personal soft skills that we all manage every day, from joy to grief, from who cares to self-care. It will give you a guide to make sense of the things in your life and find your positive side of the bad stuff. Both books are available now at Amazon.com and my website at www.softskillsdirect.com.
Plan when you have calmed down, when you have accepted that, hey, I've been gifted a whole new day every day so far. Things aren't so tough. Let me pause. Take a moment to rationally look at things and then move forward. Anxiety will sneak up on you. And that's not to say that you're ill or that you need to see a doctor, because it's kind of like the blues. Just because you get the blues doesn't mean you suffer from depression. You're human beings. So every once in a while, things are going to feel kind of blah. That's just the circle of life. That's just how it goes. The same is true with anxiety. When we're approaching a new task, when we start a new job, when we're looking at focusing and approaching life differently, just like my last episode was talking about, going after life and daring to see a different world that exists today. Okay, well, that definitely is going to create some stress, because now you're going to dare to step outside of your comfort zone. When you do that, we are naturally wired with the fight and flight mechanism. It saves our life a lot of the time because it lets us know when to be afraid and when to run. Know when to be stressed and how to harness it. Stay in control of it. Because nerves are good. They keep you alive. They let you know that life is still worth living. It reminds you that you still are invested in your outcome. It lets you know that you care about something. It lets you know what you're still passionate about, what concerns you still have. It reminds you that you're alive. Please tune in next week to The Positive Side of the Bad Stuff. I'm Leslie Pogue, your host, and as always, go, be, do.